Swiss Reformed theologian Karl Barth wrote, "Joy is the simplest form of gratitude." We gather today in a spirit of joy to honor our Maryville graduates. We give thanks for their hard work and perseverance, for faculty and staff, their education and guidance, for family and friends, their love and support. For these and all of our blessings, we give thanks.
Welcome. I'm Dr. Mark Lombardi, the president of Maryville University, and it's my honor to welcome you to this very unique and special graduate program graduation at Maryville University. While we would have wished to have all been together celebrating with you, not that our distance during this pandemic in no way changes our deep pride and our affection and our support of you as we celebrate together this very, very special achievement of yours. We are with you in spirit, and we're behind you no matter what happens now and in the future. There's some very special people that I know all of you want to thank and want to salute at this time of your achievement. First, your families, I know, that are with you. Your families have supported you through the difficult times, through the good times. They've been there for you every step of the way. So please take time this special day to thank your families for all of their support. Second, I'd like to thank our outstanding faculty. Our faculty have taught and mentored you through this wonderful journey. They've helped you to think and reflect. They've helped you to act and to never stop learning about this great world of ours. And finally, our dedicated staff. Through their great effort, their passion, and model of educational behavior, I know they've also been mentors and role models to you. So, a salute to our staff. Finally, today, I know that some of you and many members of your family and others served this country or are serving this country in this nation's armed forces. These fine men and women have defended America since December 7th, 1941. So please salute our veterans now and each and every day. I know that you're all being embraced by your family and friends during this time, and these are difficult and trying days. I hope first that you're safe and you're healthy during this celebration and as we enter into the holiday season. We can't be with you, but we're behind you. We're with you virtually in every way that we can be. And we're here to support you, not just in your educational journey, but your forward journey in your careers now and in the future. Maryville will always be here for you whenever you need us. During this pandemic, we've had to adjust quite a bit, and you've had to adjust greatly. It's created pressures, anxieties, but it's also brought out creativity and strengths. I hope that during this period, you've learned so much more about yourself and the journey that you're about to take, and that you're going to take those strengths and you're going to take that resiliency and you're going to make this world a much better place. So while we can only be with you virtually, believe me when I tell you with you in spirit, and we look forward to the time when we can all be together to celebrate your achievements in your career. God bless each and every one of you, and God bless Maryville University. Convinced that every child has the opportunity to attain their own greatness, Rodney Lewis has positively contributed to the lives of thousands of elementary students in his career. As principal at Baldwin Elementary School in the Rockwood School District, he's personally greeted students every single morning. Rodney Lewis has confidence in each student and encourages each student to be their very best. Previously, Rodney served in various principal, assistant principal, and teaching roles with the Parkway Valley Park Ferguson, Florissant, and Rockwood school districts. In each role, he embraced the notion of one person cannot do it alone, and he has been recognized for cultivating meaningful relationships with students, staff, and the entire community. As a first-generation college student, Rodney and his twin brother Ron founded the Lewis Influence, an organization designed to provide first-generation college students with psychological tools necessary to achieve and to thrive. They became authors in 2014 with their hard-hitting book, Gritty, about consistently overcoming adversity and creating long-term success in college and in life. Rodney recently accepted a position as Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources in the St. Charles School District starting in 2018. We are very proud that he holds a master's in educational administration and a doctorate in educational leadership from Maryville University. Welcome, Rodney Lewis.
Welcome, Maryville University. It is an absolute honor to be here. As I stand on this stage, I remember I was sitting in that area with my family when I graduated in 2010. It is an absolute honor to be here, and to wear this regalia is nostalgic. If you could see, here is my very faded Doctor of Education pin here on my chest, and it still means so much to me. So it's an absolute honor to be here. And to be very honest with you, I can't believe that I'm standing here, but I'm here and I'll take it. Many of you may not know me. My name is Rodney Lewis. I'm the Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources in the City of St. Charles School District, and I am a proud Maryville graduate in the December of 2010. I want to thank Maryville University for having me. I want to send a special shout out to the School of Education, because they don't know this, but in 2008, when they accepted me into their program, they saw a guy who was broken, they saw a guy who had a lot of self-doubt, and they saw a guy who was extremely self-conscious. In 2 years, I graduated with my doctorate in educational leadership as a leader, as a new man, and as someone who knew without a shadow of a doubt he could accomplish anything. So I truly, truly, truly want to thank Maryville University for giving me this opportunity and being able to share a few words with you today. There's one word that describes my life. There's one word that challenges my fear, defeats self-doubt, keeps me focused, and helps me maintain belief in my goals. Let me give you a little bit of a background about me. I grew up in St. Louis City around drugs and gang violence. My parents did not finish high school, although they gave me the best life experience money could not buy. I got a 14 on the ACT the first time, then the second time I improved by getting a 17. I took remedial college courses. In my first semester of my first year, I went from a 3.7 to a 2.3. I was told by another university, although I won't state their name, that my writing in 2008 was not good enough to be a doctoral student. And I came into that year, the year that Maryville accepted me, with a lot of self-doubt. This word pushed me to get 2 master's degrees, get a doctorate in educational leadership from this university, Maryville University. It forced me to publish my first book in 2013. It gave me the confidence to be a public speaker. It moved me to start a company with my twin brother, the Lewis Influence. It dared me to aprender español and become fluent. It propelled me to become a principal of an elementary school before I was 30 years old. It assisted me in becoming a human resources leader today. To sum it up, this word made me believe anything is possible. And now I got you on the edge of your seat. I know I do. This word, one word, is G-R-I-T. It is grit. And it is when a person combines passion with perseverance. And in my estimation, it is the great equalizer between failure and success. I want to take a few moments to unpack the word grit. And grit is really an acronym for my life. It stands for guts, resilience, intensity, and tenacity. You know, grit is about leading yourself before you ever lead a group of people. If you can lead yourself, you can be a beacon of hope for others to follow. So let's unpack grit. First, it is guts. It simply means the mental and moral strength to persevere. There are 3 ways to overcome fear. 1, you have to face your fear. That's really, really important. I almost drowned when I was about 10 years old. I had the supreme confidence I could swim. And to be very honest with you, I have no idea why I felt so confident, because I never swam in a pool that was taller than my head. But I did. And I got in that pool and thought life was over until a guy jumped in and saved me. And from the moment of 10 years old until my junior year in college, I was always afraid of deep water. Until my girlfriend, who's my wife at the time, said, "Rodney, get into 7 feet." I'll never forget it. I hung on the side of the pool as if Jaws was coming for me. But Jaws wasn't coming for me. It was my fear that had my feet and my ankles until I let go. The second part of overcoming your fear is getting out of your comfort zone. It's hard to let go on the edge when you think you're about to die, but you're actually not. I wasn't about to die. After all, I am 6'5". I almost think it was impossible being on the edge with my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, at 5. She's only 5 feet tall. She wasn't going to let me die. She could swim. But I had to get out of my comfort zone to face my fear. The third point of overcoming your fear and gaining the guts deep down inside to accomplish your dreams is action. At some point, you can't be afraid of the water. At some point, you're going to have to let go of the edge, and you're going to have to start swimming. That's guts. You need guts to live in this world. Everything that you accomplish in life will be challenging if it's worth having. Nothing will come easy to you. You will have to compete. But more so, you won't have to compete with other people more than you will have to compete with yourself. You've got to have guts. The second piece to grit is resilience. It's the capacity to recover quickly. Interesting enough, I remember when I graduated from Maryville in 2010 in December, I was so happy, so pleased, and I knew what it took to get here. And there's the number 1 rule that is etched in my heart, in my mind, in my hands about that rule, and it's simply this: fail first and succeed second. You know, it's interesting, as I was waking up this morning excited to give this speech, I thought, wow, had that university told me I was good enough to be a part of their doctoral program, I would not be standing here. I wouldn't have went back to the drawing board and revised my writing skills. I wouldn't have looked at myself and asked myself, Rodney, how bad do you want a doctorate? I would have never done that. But failing first has allowed me to succeed 100 times over. That's a life principle, is that success doesn't happen with success first. It happens with failure first, and then it propels success. The second piece to resilience is embracing the process. So we live in a society today where we want instant gratification, but we all know true, deep, profound success does not happen one time. It's a bunch of failures, and you learn from each failure until you succeed. Until you succeed. You fail, succeed. Succeed twice, fail once. Succeed 3 times, fail twice. I'm still failing today. Actually, I joke, I'm a professional failure. I love it because being a failure has allowed me to become fluent in Spanish. And being fluent in Spanish is significant to me because I learned it as an assistant principal in the Valley Park School District. Crazy. I didn't learn it in the university. but I felt incompetent, but I wanted to learn the language, so I tackled it. Another piece of my failure was feeling as if I wasn't a good writer, but published a book in 2013. Many failures in life, many failures to help me reach success. Third, through it all, you'll fail, you'll feel incompetent, there'll be self-doubt, but you gotta love yourself through the process. There's so much, especially with social media today, that challenges the self-love that we have in our hearts for ourselves. Don't ever question the love you have for yourself. You've heard it a million times, as I can imagine. But how can you love someone else if you can't truly love yourself? You have to love yourself. The person that you look at in the mirror, that smiles back at you, that frowns at you, should be the very person that you love being with every day. Love yourself in this process as you're going on to reach your greatness. So important. Third pillar of grit is intensity. It's showing strong feelings and opinions towards something. Seems pretty generic, but let me guide this for you. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to show strong feelings and opinions towards your time. Let me throw some numbers at you. There's 24 hours in a day. There's 730 hours in a month. There's 8,760 hours in a year. How will you spend your time? What will you spend your time doing? There's a principle that I thought about as I wrote the book Gritty. And that book was about first-generation college students who's going to college for the very first time, as I did. And it's this: everything you do today is setting up tomorrow. As I stated earlier, 10 years ago in this very auditorium, I sat over there. And now today I give the speech, I give a commencement speech for those who are graduating from Maryville University. 10 years in between has been a lot of hard work, for Maryville University to have the confidence in me that I could deliver on this speech. So never forget that whatever you're doing today is preparing you for tomorrow. Whatever you're putting inside of your head is preparing you for tomorrow. So never waste time, never waste a day, because trust me, the 10-year version of yourself will be waiting on you. The question is, what will you deliver it? Last but not least, the fourth pillar of grit, tenacity. It's the quality of being determined. Interesting. You know, there are three qualities of tenacity that I want to share with you. It's belief, faith, and fight. Belief is a state of mind. You have confidence in yourself. Sometimes you don't. The thing about belief that's so interesting is that it comes and goes. In 1 minute, you're confident about this task. The next minute, you're not confident about that task. But you need it because it's the gasoline in your car that gets you going through the day. The little engine that could, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Yes, you can. But there will become a time when the gas tank gets too empty. And that's where faith comes in. It is the unknown plunge into something that you don't know about. You don't know where it's going. You just know deep down in your heart, I don't know how I'm going to get through this, but I'm going to reach my goal. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to reach my goal. That's faith. And we all need a little bit of faith to help build our belief back up. Because I tell you what, as I talked about earlier, where you lack faith is where fear takes its place. You've got to have faith. Last but not least is fight. That's certainly not, being a public educator myself, the word fight is certainly not a word I use in a public education institution. But it's not a fight with these. It's a fight with these or with this. It's the everyday battle we have with ourselves, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. There are times where you have to play mind games with yourself. Be better than you were the day before. Fail a little bit, succeed a little bit later. You've got to be in a battle with yourself, and you've got to be in competition with yourself and to succeed. Oftentimes, we look at our phones, We look at social media and we think we're in competition with other people. No, there is no competition but you. You're your number one opponent. And what you don't want is the fear side, the critical side, to vandalize your mind. You want the confidence side, the belief side, and the faith side to win that fight. And we're all dealing with that battle. Can I do it? Can I not do it? Am I good? Am I bad? Even at 39 years old, I'm still in competition with myself to be better than I was yesterday. You know, in 2012, as I was thinking about writing the book Gritty with my brother, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I had a lot of thoughts going through my mind. I had just finished this doctoral program in 2010. I had a lot of built up emotion. I started journaling. And what came of that early morning in 2012 was a poem that I wrote. And I would like to share it with you now. It's entitled My Hustle. This is it. I won't quit. It's my time hustle. I'm in a valley. I'm about to climb hustle. I've come too far not to shine hustle. Trust us, no days off. This is grind hustle. I'm living with my eyes closed, blind hustle. This is rooted in pain. This is where you find hustle. I'm never giving up. I've got strong hustle. I'm in it to win it, baby, this long hustle. This the study hustle. This the learning hustle. This the bloody hustle. This the burning hustle. Mom and dad, I want to make you proud hustle. Voice my dreams to the world, now that's loud hustle. I stand toe-to-toe with fear, no fear hustle. The haters say we can't hear hustle. When failure approaches us, there's no tear hustle. This is real, nothing fake, this sincere hustle. Look at my child like, this is not for me hustle. I'm going hard on my vision, I can see hustle. We can't be normal, average is dead hustle. Share my gift to the world, heard what I said hustle. Victory's near, baby. And I'm focused hustle. No smile on my face, not joking hustle. Never stop. Just keep running to the top till you make it hustle. Volunteer people and keep giving hustle. Make your mind up, showtime decision hustle. Waking up at 3, never get tired hustle. I'll sleep when I'm dead now, that's retired hustle. I'm doing it now. No more try hustle. My name is Rodney Lewis, and this is my hustle. I want to thank all of you for having me. I wish you nothing but the best and nothing but success. Maryville, thank you very much. Take care. God bless.
Hello, I am Sherry Pfister, and I serve as Vice President of Academic Affairs. Thank you to all of you who are gathered to witness this important moment in the academic and professional lives of these master's levels candidates. And a special thank you to you, Dr. Lewis, for your inspiring words. It's my honor to address the candidates. You are graduating with different advanced degrees, but I believe as individuals, you share many characteristics, and those are the things that I want to talk about today. As you began this educational journey, you were able to imagine new possibilities for yourselves. You were ready to stir things up and create change for yourselves and likely for the people with whom you live and work. You each had the initiative and ambition to pursue and finish advanced degrees, and you've all demonstrated persistence and resilience, and in a significant way, your belief in the value of lifelong learning, whatever the circumstances. During your experience at Maryville, you have all been thinkers, researchers, writers, preparing to be practitioners thoroughly versed in your discipline. You carefully examined the big ideas and theories that shape your field. You also analyzed and crafted the careful, case-specific details that enhanced your success in the professional environment you studied. Throughout your studies, with the assistance of your professors and mentors, you cultivated the skills and attributes of a mature thinker and responsive professional. They include the ability to meet complexity or uncertainty without fear. To be challenged, certainly, but to have confidence in your education and your experience so you can disentangle variables and generate solutions for intricate situations or problems. To communicate with the precision and, if needed, persuasion. To empathize with an audience, a client, a student, an organization, or a point of view to discern the best approach to problem solving or communication. To be a thoughtful and decisive leader in situations that require action. To be a collaborator in those that require cooperation. And to be an individual in those that require independence and integrity. While you have undeniably been the driver in this educational experience, it is not something anyone does alone. Without a doubt, you have done the heavy lifting. But I hope you will remember with deep satisfaction the pleasure of working together with classmates and with faculty. I hope you will recall the enhancement of your ideas and plans because someone listened and responded thoughtfully. I hope you will smile as you remember a classmate's success because you generously contributed your best ideas to its development. And I really hope that this experience of working together is replicated in your professional lives. I hope you are fortunate enough and intentional enough to develop relationships with your professional colleagues so that in the best of times, you are able to think together and together move forward to make plans and find solutions that are stronger for the shared thinking. I am confident you have experienced a collaborative effort outside your Maryville circle as well. Families, spouses, partners, and friends have no doubt encouraged and sustained you in this achievement. So while this ceremony and this time is deservedly all about you, I remind you to sometime soon acknowledge the people who have helped you, whether they are physically with you at this moment or simply reside in your hearts. In closing, let me offer my congratulations to you on this milestone. The world needs you now, perhaps as it never has before, to be your smartest, strongest, most caring selves. You will always be a welcome sight at Maryville. This will forever be your community. On behalf of the president of the university, Dr. Lombardi, on behalf of Maryville's alumni, faculty, and staff, you have our sincerest wishes for a rich and purposeful and successful life. Congratulations on this accomplishment. At this time, the deans will come forward to announce the name of the candidates in their schools receiving their degrees.
Onanome Oyenwin Dakpe. Mohammed Alrave. Eling Her. Bradley James Hemker. Vamshi Mohan Kandarao. Jodamehi Kathakoda. Elena Moziko. Deepika Anandasainam Pillai. Eling C.
Lauren E. Ryan. Carmen Donata Smith. Shaima M. Elbadri. Genevieve de Guzman, Austria. Caitlin E. Bast. Jeannie Ann Batson. Samantha M. Bomaneni. Allison Lee Brewer. Robin P. Coates. Marley M. Don. Kaylee Anglin. Samantha S. Goebel. Brittany Dion Johnson. Destiny Denise Jones. David Allen Masiak. Rachel A. Maradiaga. Amelia Morgan. Ryan Kelsey Morgan. Regina Latrice Noddy. Leslie Ann Pedke. Kelly Shane Plow. Jessica Claire Rode. Rachel Lee Rodenbuck. Amber M. Schnabel. Kellen Lee Smith. Ricardo I. Toledo Amador. Alicia Kaylee Verslis. Deanna Lynn Walter. Austin Patrick Wayne. Michelle Renee Williams Poole. Audrey Withrow. Heather R. Wright. Taylor Janae Zobrist. Megan Elizabeth Moran.
Kanae Yvonne Coleman. Melinda Louise Miller. Katie Renee Pennington. Katie Lauren Posadny. Justin William Adkins. Becker S. Almarsumi. Jessica Lee Armbruster. Erica Nicole Baker. Rita Marie Bangert. Brennan H. Barnes. Melissa Bejic. Lucretia Louise Beeler. Melissa Jean Muser Bellum. Zachary Lee Bemmett. Aaron Jackson Bartolucci. Morgan Marie Blankenship. Tivon L. Bradley. Carrie Elizabeth Brown. Aaron Nicholas Butner. Timothy Joseph Bullock. Dana L. Baumgartner. Amanda A. Burke Nichols. Anthony Joseph Caruso. Aaron Chavez. Gage H. Clark. Deborah Denise Coleman. Amber M. Coleman. Kayla Marie Collette. Nicholas W. Coletta. Andrea Bettina Cook. Samuel L. Danker. Kyla Dunlap. Joshua Thomas Eisenhofer. Zachary Michael Arendt. Stephanie S. Irvin. Vanessa K. Phillip. Amanda M. Fowler. Scott David Fritchie. Ryan Gearin. Jennifer Lee Gerstenecker. Corey S. Gerstenschlager. Christopher Gillette. Christina M. Jimmy. Edmar Gonzalez. Scott A. Gross. Jeffrey S. Hare. Matthew Campbell Hall. Michael Patrick Hannibal. Kyle A. Hargis. Cooper Perry Harrison. Nicole E. Hayes. Madison Elizabeth Hines. Jason Jennings. Veronica M. Jones. Dustin James Jose. Ariel C. Kazmark. Amir Carrick. Jordan R. Curley. Alicia D. Knox. Maura Lynn Kraus. Matthew Thomas Kuzi. Sean Anthony LaDuca. Sean Lesser. Jessica L. Mattingly. John Patrick McCall. Slade Zake McCarty. Mary A. Michaels. Angela L. Moreno. Erica Susan Morris Barrow. Salia Shabazz Mustafa. Yvette Mwebo. Julie A. Notsky. Amy Nolte. Lacey Norman. Camille Elise Otto. Michael Joseph Palco. Michelle Lee Palmazano. Brittany F. Palmer. Damian Howard Parks. Teresa Lynn Peterson. Andrew Kevin Priestley. Stephen Michael Pryor. Catherine M. Rains. Charles Henry Ream III. Taylor Danielle Reinhardt. Rana Lynn Roberts. Megan Ann Rubian. Lane Rugen. Sonia K. Sonda. Tara Schilling. Tim Schmalzreich. Edward W. Schule. Leah Rachel Schulte. Kyle A. Schupan. Evan Donnelly Shanks. Najma Siddiqui. Kirandeep Kaur Singh. Sarah Elizabeth Skiles. Jennifer Dawn Snow. Yang Sun. Brian Edward Taylor. John Tete Ishun. Emily Lauren Thompson. Emily Christine Thompson. Tyler N. Todd. Omo Imaniti Ikinamemen. Cynthia Ann Bartlett Umscheid. Sean Underwood. Tally Tennille Vadois. Devin Rose Victory. John Vonderhaar III. Jerry Wallace. Amy E. Weatherman. Henry Thomas Weck. Melissa Wise. Melissa Renee Weiss. Shakita D. Williams. Yu Ying Wu. Jinlang Yao. Michael Austin Zambrana. Dagong Zhang. Virginia M. Akes. Beksod Olimbikov. Kyle Kenneth Anderson. Philmon Y. Araya. Saivijay Era. Leah Augustine. Adam R. Bailey. Christina Patrice Banis. Stephen Elliott Baum. Michael J. Becker. Jason Paul Barra. Nicole Bogard. Bradley David Bosak. Brandon Bowker. Hannah L. Brecht. Dennis Lee Breeding, Jr. Austin Wolfgang Briggs. Imani S. Brown. Sarah Ann Butwig. Daniel Edward Carnicelli. Willie Cheeks. Alexander George Raj Christophel. Ryan Daniel Christopher. Nicholas Jack Conover. Teresa Ann Kramer. Randy L. Daling. Ryan Scott Dalton. Heather L. Dawson. Kelly Kirsten Day. Stephen Devine. Yonasan G. Dobkin. Rebecca Lynn Dorman. Caitlin P. Dunn. Haley Alexandra Ebert. Christopher Michael Eccles. Carrie Brooke Ennis. DeJuan Evans. Caitlin Everett. Carrie A. Fain. Aaron Farthing. Brian Allen Falconberry. Nathan Richard Ferreira. Randy R. Farrell. Emily K. Flippo. Trevor Michael Follis. Mariah L. Fromm. Adrian P. George. Hylish Gordon. Tonica Furman Green. Callie Y. Gresham. Jennifer Ann Grummich. William J. Grzuski, Jr. Michael John Gutierrez. Milad Karismuda Hamadani. Alexandria Hillary Hamlin. Marcus Harrell. Khadidra R. Harris. Stephen J. Havacon. Kimberly Heyman. Aljisa Jamal Haywood, Jr. Alejandro Aldama Heredia. Stephen Andrew Hornback. Brittany N. Houston. Tiara Louise Howard. Taryn Michelle Hurt. Profith David Ihenitu. Jennifer Marie Inman. Melanie Brooke Jackson. Amber M. Johnson. Dean Frank Johnson. Patrick Curtis Johnson. David T. Julius. Enaima Karim. Jonah Austin Cavadlo. Alex Robert Nickel. Olga Slavic Kozier. Scott A. Lasky. Kevin D. Lawler. Taylor Rose Lawson. Mateo Leali. Stanley Leng. Ciara N. Lenzner. Tyler R. Leonard. Sarah Louise Lixon. Jason Michael Allen Lister. Tamara Lauren Long. Rhonda T. Mallard. Conrad J. Maloney. James Sloan Martin. Kelly Martin. Angelo Martinez. Jennifer M. Mate. Sarah Christian Mauney. Keela Mayberry. Lawrence Charles Maccabee. Eldred McKinney. Paige G. Muller. Corey W. Mohite. Gregory Lamont Moore. Amy E. Moses. Jonathan Mugunga. Binosh Malassari Padman. Jeff Murphy. Brandy E. Murray. Ashley M. Music. Billy J. Muzzy. Benjamin J. Muzzy. Linda Waenku Nabulsi. Barbara Lynn Nash. Ambar Naz. Lanisha Leanne Nelson. Nathan Joseph Nenninger. Buddha Nepal. Malikaryuna Nukala. Chadwick Franklin Norwood. Casey J. Odell. Sonia Marie Ortiz. Hassan H. Osman. Jorge L. Otera Mendez. Jessica Ovka. Sultana Parvin. Jeremiah Pineda. Muhammad Hafizer Rahman. Nicole Rita. Jose M. Rivera Rios. Crystal D. Sagan. Eric William Shark. Jill Christine Shinsky. Vanessa Francisco Settle. Christopher Sikora. Brett Zivak. Daniel M. Skaggs. Natalia S. Skorodnova. Kevin William Smith. Kimberly Smith Trimier. Teal Snoddy. Bariso Sora. Michael E. Spurlock. Noble Julius Sukazinga. Jessica Taylor Stanton. Madison M. Stone. Juan Heraclio Suarez. Oluwapalumi Taiwo. Alicia Talarski. Geraldine D. Tenorio. Mariah L. Thievis. Michael J. Thompson. Kimberly K. Tolliver. Dang Tat Hai Ton. Teresa Hung Trong. Suksuran Saiden. Elizabeth M. Tucker. Zachary N. Tullock. Megan Barlow Turek. Dakota J. Tyson. Krista Nicole Van Dryle. Javier Antonio Vargas. Jacob Darrell Vaughn. Chelsea Nicole Vautier. Samuel James Verhoff. Henry Hai Vu. Justin P. Wagner. Jasmine Alexandria Walker. Maggie Wang. Mohammed Hersi Warsome. Heather Wick. John Jesse Wiggins. Anthony Lamont Williams. Sarah Elizabeth Williams. Tyree Jamal Williams. Karen Renee Wilson. Cameron Woody. AJ Yadav. Sobia Yusufi. Julian Yukin. John C. Zeiss. Joel E. Zambrano. Eli Jacob Hadam Zucker.
Frank Burt Dar IV. Shannon C. Johnson. Kayla Elizabeth Komarek. Timothy Barry Londoff. Glenda J. Rooks. Sarah E. Smith. Rashmelia Sporney.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and upon the recommendation of the Maryville University faculty, I confer upon you the appropriate degrees as have been completed or will be completed, and invest in you all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Please move your tassels to the left. Before we adjourn, I now wish to pay final tribute to all of the graduates. This day is our proudest moment, for you have all reminded us of the great strength of our youth and have inspired us with your intelligence, your creativity, your imagination, and your optimism. For all of that, we are extremely grateful. Congratulations again.
British philosopher and Nobel laureate Bertrand Russell wrote, "The good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge." We conclude this celebration and bid you farewell with the following blessings. May you have a good life inspired by love and guided by knowledge. May you have strength to always do your best. May you have courage to overcome obstacles you face. May you have wisdom to serve the common good. May you have success that satisfies your ambitions. And may you have family and friends to satisfy your heart. Congratulations, Maryville graduates.
Dear class of 2020, we did it. We forged our way during a global pandemic and racial reckoning, determined to complete what we started, dedicated to our education, and finding hope for our futures. I celebrate our strength, perseverance, imagination, and resiliency. These gifts are from our ancestors. May we pass them down. A tradition that holds dear to our heart here at Maryville University is the ringing of the Maryville bell. It happens twice a year, once for the incoming class and once to say thank you for all the graduates. I am Mary Morgan Knight, a college health profession graduate of 2020, and I'm honored to stand here today to ring the Maryville bell to recognize the graduates and their accomplishments. Congratulations, we're all going to do amazing things.